taxpayers, you're back with MrTaxes.ca with special guests and our special co-host. Make sure and tune in weekly Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Central. Remember to subscribe and remember to smash, bash, and kick it in the you-know-what with that like button if you want more videos like this. And there you have it. We're live.
Live for week number 34.
And for those of you that have been trying to keep up, wondering how Jesse and I stay on top of things here at the Dollar Tax Club, weekly affiliate webinar, the side hustle for your side hustle is take a look in the top left corner. Alicia made it easy for us. She was tired of us messing up every week, not being able to keep up with the numbers.
Yeah, that's always the biggest question of my week. What week is it?
Well, it's good. It gives you something to look forward to. What is it that, was it Brian Tracy or one of those motivational guys? Something to hope for, somebody to love, something to look forward to. You could have a reason to get up in the morning. Our reason is saving taxes. I know Jesse has a mission.
Yeah, my reason is helping people take their vision, turn it into reality.
Bring it to the next level. No pun intended.
Not at all.
So here we are, week 34. This is your weekly affiliate program, weekly webinar presented by the Dollar Tax Club. Jesse Garnier from Next Level Marketing. I'm Robert Stone from MrTaxes.ca, where we give you tips, tricks, hacks, etc. on launching a side hustle for your side hustle. So our affiliate marketing program is really something that you could add on to what you're already doing as an affiliate marketer. Everybody in your downline needs to save taxes. They're filing a different type of tax return. You're probably preaching to them that they can save tax by registering with your organization as an affiliate, really as a small business owner, and they have to file a different type of tax return. You know, you can get all those tips, everything here, or sending them your affiliate link if you have one, getting that 20% referral commission. So the agenda this week, we do not have an affiliate guest. So if you're an affiliate watching this, or you're watching on the replay, make sure and get us your information. Let us know if you're interested in being a guest or you have somebody you want to suggest to be a guest on the weekly episode here. We're looking for specifically affiliate marketers, somebody who's done affiliate marketing as a service. Maybe you have an agency, and we can chat back and forth about what you're doing to bring your clients to the next level, similar to what Jesse's doing. Or if you're an affiliate marketer, just rocking it in your industry. What's the top number one affiliate marketing agency in the world? I think it was Herbalife at one point.
Yeah, I heard that a couple of years ago that they were the top. I'm sure there's maybe been someone that's taken it over since then. I'm not 100%.
Took Amway. Amway is another big one. I know Herbalife took a big blow from some outside influence a couple years ago, somebody trading on the stock, and then he got nailed with the Reddit thing where all the Reddit users lobbied against one of the big hedge fund companies and put them into bankruptcy almost, which was sweet revenge.
I watched a pretty big documentary on all of that a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was interesting. And especially if you have questions, save them to the end. You can pop them in the chat area, and our moderators, Alicia and Matthew, working in the background. That's like the repeat in the background. They'll try and grab your questions and bring them to the forefront there at the end of the webinar. So Jesse nailed it. 34th week here, 34th webinar for 2022. Who is Mr. Taxes? Who is Next Level Marketing? Jesse, we'll let you talk about Jesse Garnier and what you do at Next Level.
Sounds good. So my name is Jesse Garnier. I am one of the co-founders of Next Level Vision or Marketing or whatever you want to call it. At Next Level, our biggest purpose, our biggest intention is to help entrepreneurial-minded people scale their business, grow to new heights, and take their business to, through the glass ceiling that they've been kind of knocking up against for a little while. I love helping people just turn, things that don't seem like they're anything into something. And how I met Rob was through the Dollar Tax Club. My business partner actually was the first one to go through the Dollar Tax Club and go through that process. He mentioned to me, hey, you got to meet up with this Rob guy. He got me a bunch of money back through the Dollar Tax Club. And so I said, okay, let's do it. So I checked in with it, went through the process, met with the team. ended up talking to Rob a lot about what we do and things connected. And he talked about the affiliate program and the software that they're using, Kartra, which is the same software that I'm using for my business. And he just asked if I would take a look at some things. One thing led to the next. Now I'm fully managing all of the back-end systems and softwares, all the automations, which I think is super fun to do. A couple of years ago, that's not something I thought would be fun, but now I'm really enjoying all of that technical aspect and just helping automate things and make businesses grow bigger. And so I'm also life insurance licensed, and that's another big reason that I partnered up with Rob, was because of Mr. Insurance and just the mission that they have to help not only get people fully insured and covered, but also save on taxes. And I think it's an amazing strategy for everybody out there who either owns a business or maybe you want to start a business. Definitely look into this strategy. So working with Rob on the Mr. Taxes side as well as the Mr. Insurance side, heading up the Alberta division for that.
Yeah, one of the things we do, Jesse, on that 10-year tax review is go back 10 years on the personal and the corporate side and looking at what you could have saved in taxes, not just finding things that you may have missed or your accountant may have missed. And we don't go through, re-adding receipts. We don't look through mathematical errors, etc. It's really just a general category, making sure you're claiming everything you're entitled to as a business owner, which you should be. You're entitled to it. A lot of people ask us whether or not they can claim certain things. And first question I ask is, did you use it for business? Well, yes, but I'm afraid to get audited. Well, don't be afraid to be audited. If you used it for business, claim it. Worry about the audit later. Sometimes audits are good. They uncover things that you may have missed. Not every auditor is bad. It's a rotten 12,846 in the country that ruin it for the other one. That's the problem with auditors.
I think auditors are looked at this kind of in the same light as salespeople.
Yeah, they're just doing their job for the most part, and most people don't like to have a job. Every auditor we talk to in the office, and we're getting a lot of the letters now from CRA, we call them office audits because they just send out a random letter asking for certain receipts from certain clients. As long as we send those receipts, they don't send a guy, the guy's looking like Will Smith to the door with the dark sunglasses, right, in the black suits. But most auditors we talk to, I ask them when they're going to go out in the private world, and they're like, yeah, I really don't love my job. Most of them don't. It's just a job. That's why we're here with the side hustle for your side hustle, because you're out there earning, your own, more or less killing what you eat or eating what you kill, forging your own destiny. And some of you are right on the brink of hitting that 100,000 point, on the brink of incorporation. That's what we're here for at Mr. Taxes. You can look at the dates and the accolades on the other side there, but really we're here to help entrepreneurs save tax. Half of your lifetime income goes to some sort of taxes, and we're here to get as much of it back as we can. Okay, joke of the week. I recommend replacing all the office chairs with sofas. If we find enough change under the cushions, we might meet our payroll. So it's funny, at the end of the month, not just on personal, but also on corporate, businesses looking for money at the end of the month to cover expenses. Two quick stories. Well, they're never quick, I won't lie. Two stories. We'll just cut out the quick. Way back when I left high school, I worked a couple odd jobs. I worked for the Salvation Army, and we would go around with the truck to pick up used furniture. And every time we would pick up a couch or a chair, my partner, his name was Phil, the guy driving in the truck with me, we would we get the truck, the couch or the chair out to the truck. We'd pull the cushions off, stand on the couch to separate the back. We reach in with the glove and clean out all the change. Surprising how much change you find in couches. It's the same as digging through that 10-year tax review. We push that back opening on the couch and shake it to see what we can get out of there.
Hopefully you didn't find too much couch pizza or anything.
Yeah, the second story I can't remember because the second thing that goes is the memory. Okay, the side hustle for your side hustle. So, Jesse, you've been involved with a couple side hustles. Almost everyone that I've been in contact with, everybody we've talked to that are part of an organization in the affiliate marketing world, preaches about the ability to save taxes. Is that correct? And maybe you could give us a couple examples, some of the companies you've been with. I know you were with Anagic for a little bit, maybe a few others.
Yeah. So, taxes are a big part of anyone running a business, obviously. And all of these affiliate marketing companies, network marketing, MLM companies, they're all technically, businesses. And if you're a part of that community, then you're running a business. And one thing that I didn't understand when I first got into this industry was the tax side when it comes to running a business. And I was very fortunate for the people who had been in the industry for a little bit. They did talk about taxes, and it was a very big topic that we did talk about. It kind of came in spurts. It was like we wouldn't talk about taxes for a few months, and all of a sudden everything we talked about was taxes, and preparing for making,
because it was probably April.
Yeah,
it was probably April. That's why.
That's probably it. Yeah, you're not wrong. But I was very fortunate that I had some mentorship and some guidance when it came to that, because I think that that's something that all network marketing companies, affiliate marketing companies can really step their game up and, start helping their people plan for that a little bit better. But it is a topic of conversation that I've heard around the table with pretty much every company that I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems we experience is people getting involved. They want to leave their job. Some of them transition into that self-employment, but some jump head first and they rock it. They make 40, 50, 60,000 their first year, but they forget to put a little bit of money away for tax, and they don't claim all the expenses they're entitled to. So they get deterred from continuing. They think, oh, why am I doing this side hustle? I made 60,000 and now I have a $20,000 tax bill. Whereas when you're an employee and you make 60,000, you have a $25,000 tax bill, but they take it off your paycheck every week so you don't notice it. So you're actually paying less tax. You just have to account for that. And we remind everybody that works with us to put a little side account. Usually a tax-free savings account is the best place to put money away throughout the year to save for your income tax bill or GST as well. But if you don't have a side hustle and you're an employee, take a look at the link below here, dollartaxclub.ca/affiliates, or just go to dollartaxclub.ca. You'll find that link. Become an affiliate with the Dollar Tax Club. Now you're self-employed. Now you can start writing everything off. The computer you use to sign up, the internet you use to submit your application as an affiliate, the phone you use to chat with Jesse. Once you get signed up, Jesse will help walk you through all the steps, or Alicia or Matthew or myself, somebody in the office. You can start writing all these things off just by becoming an affiliate with the Dollar Tax Club. And the bonus is you get that 10-year tax review on top of it by signing up. So it's a win-win-win situation.
Yeah. Not to mention, even the utilities that you use in your house to light, to power up your computer, to heat your office, things like that.
Yeah, when we talk about audits, there's 3 steps you go through. If CRA denies something, there's an objection you file right away within 90 days. If they refuse the objection, you file an appeal. If they refuse the appeal, then you go to federal tax court. And we've been there quite a few times. Biggest settlement we've had was bringing a client's tax bill down from 42 million down to just about $1.5 million, 1.6 million, because CRA overassess things. And like I said, auditors that come in, sometimes they will just pad the income, which they did with that client, tripled his income actually, and negated all his expenses. So we were able to resolve it, but they don't count any expenses. When you receive an arbitrary audit, that means you don't answer the auditor or respond or reach out to somebody for help. That's what happens. You end up with a big tax bill. So here's our program details in a nutshell. What's in it for clients on the right side? What's in it for Dollar Tax Club? That's us here. And what's in it for brokers or affiliates? Which one you want to take, Jesse? What's in it for clients, or you want me to start it off?
I'll do this one. So what's in it for clients? You get the tax review, you get discounts on services, you get all of your documents in one nice, easy to find place, which is super handy. So I'll talk about the tax review for a second. The tax review, we don't know what could come out of this. It could be nothing. It could be massive. We have no idea. There's only really one way to find out, and that's to go through the process and have Mr. Taxes and the team go through your documents and your last 10 years of taxes and just see, what's there. So that unknown, we are not sure of at this point in time. Discount on services. This is one thing that is massive, because at the end of the year, we all have to do our taxes regardless. Why not get a discount on something that you have to do anyways, right? So that's a huge one. And then fast track documents. I like this because there's been many times where, I don't know about you watching this, but I don't just carry a folder around with me with all of my tax documents from the last few years everywhere that I go. Now, there's been times where I've been out and about and I've randomly needed, line number, blah, blah, blah off of whatever tax document. And I've needed to know, I've needed my notice of assessment a couple of times. Things come up every now and then. And in the past, what I've had to do was call my accountant and say, hey, can you send me this? So-and-so's asking for this document because I don't have it. And I don't track that stuff. And I don't keep, like I said, I don't keep a folder of it right beside me at every waking minute of my day. But with the way that Mr. Taxes does it, you get a folder, a digital folder that you can access from your phone, from your laptop, from, anywhere, that you can pull up your documents at any given moment. They're all sorted. They're, in order. So it's easy to track down. And it's just one of those things that you may not see the need to have it right now, but there will come a time in your life where you'll be thankful that you do have it.
Pretty straightforward. On the discounts, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. We're August here, 2022, week 34. So you can do the math. We're working on our campaign for 2023 already. So January, February, March, and April of next year, starting January, you're going to get a 40% discount for new clients signing up through the Dollar Tax Club. You can prepay before the end of January 2023, and it will be a 40% discount. And the discount will drop 10% each month for existing clients, always 10% off year round. But early payment for current or unfiled tax returns as a new client, 40%. So sign up for the Dollar Tax Club today, www.dollartaxclub.ca for all your tax savings. So what's in it for mortgage brokers and or affiliates? Well, referral commissions. We pay all our affiliates a 20% referral fee. So Canada Revenue says if you earn an income, you're entitled to expenses against that income or expenses incurred to earn that income. So that's where you can start writing off your phone, part of your home, vehicle if you're doing remote meetings, etc. All these little things that you can get as a referral affiliate with the Dollar Tax Club. But the commissions is a big one because I think we're one of the few that pay out referral commissions for life. It's a 5% trailer for life for return clients. So if you're an affiliate marketer and people are in your downline, there's an incentive for you to, send them back to us each year. We do our part, but people drift around. They go wherever the path of least resistance is. They go to the tax place on the corner. They go out, they pack up all their stuff and head down to one of the competitors. We do everything 100% remote. We're 100% online, DocuSign for all our documents. CRA accepts electronic signatures now for everything. So we've embraced that. What else you get as an affiliate is social media and website exposure. So we have about 10,000 hits a month on our website. We got a specific page for mortgage brokers, and we're working on another page for affiliates for your side hustle. Feel free to reach out to us, get on the program. We'll set up a direct landing page for you. We have one set up. Maybe I could pull that up if I could find it real quickly. We have one set up for an adjunct, and Jesse was with an adjunct. So this is something you could use your affiliate link, send that to your downline. They will land on this page, and it tells them everything they need to do to get their taxes signed. And again, that discount jumps to 40% if they come in January. So January each year, existing 40% off your tax fees. What a deal is that for your downline? It's right there, and we can custom brand it with your logo, etc. /Enagic. So whatever your affiliate company is, we can work with them to get a custom landing page, work on a custom QR code and URL link for you as an affiliate, and we go from there.
It's a pretty big incentive. I don't know.
How much does that cost, Jess? How much does it cost our listeners to come on board as an affiliate and get all the links and QR code marketing pieces, all that set up?
A big fat nothing.
I like that. It's the best price. And then discounted services. So we also have bookkeeping, corporate tax. We do insurance, investments, and we do mortgage referrals. So pretty much anything you need in the financial industry, we can help with. And then what's in it for us? Why do we come on every week?
Well, I mean, the obvious one is we want to grow. We want more clients. We want to help more people, serve more people.
We love giving. Jesse's on every week, every Wednesday morning, gets up, gets ready, gets on, I'm sure there's lots of other stuff he could be doing. He even came on weekly when he was down in Mexico in the winter doing his annual retreat with the family. We're on every week. Our team's on every week. We're on because, we want more clients, but we love keeping clients compliant. We hate people having to pay penalties and late filing fees, etc. Number one, though, is our mission statement is minimizing tax. Like we said at the outset here, half your lifetime income goes to some sort of taxes. About half of that is income taxes or corporate and including corporate tax. So that's really what we help with. And why else do we do it? Exposure to our brands. We have Mr. Taxes, Mr. Insurance, Mr. Investments, the Dollar Tax Club. So, if you're unseen, you're unheard. And all of these go on the replay channel on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on the replay, check the links below. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, give us your feedback. And especially if you have somebody that's in the affiliate marketing world that's rocking it, we'd love to have them on as a guest. Affiliate hack for the week. And yours truly, the affiliate hack guru, Jesse, is going to pull one out of the bag here for this week.
So I've got an affiliate hack, but first I just had this thought come up into my head, and it's a quick story. I mean, similar to Rob's quick story earlier. It's a story. But I don't know why, but I've never thought about this until just now when we were talking about just having a good accountant for making sure your taxes are minimized and stuff. My very first mentor, I didn't even realize this until this very moment. Was my French grandma. She's a sweet old French lady. She unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, but she always told me when I first started my business 6 or 7 years ago, she always told me the number one thing that I could do was find a really good accountant. I didn't really take a lot of what she said into consideration at the time. Obviously it made sense to me to have a good accountant to track things, but it wasn't until I met with Mr. Taxes and the team that it really kind of sunk in what she meant by that. Because she and my grandfather, they owned a logging company for many years, a long time ago. And she said the difference between them and everyone else who ended up going bankrupt was simply the accountant that they had. It's not because they were busy, or it's not because they had a better reputation or anything like that, or there was more work for them and there was less work for other people. She said simply it's just because they had a good accountant who managed all of their stuff and made sure that they were on top of things every month. So that was one thing that, just literally hit me right now, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that was her tip for me when I first got started in the industry. And, I'm super grateful for having good accountants in my life. And my previous one, she helped me get to where I had to get to. And then I met with Rob and the team, and they helped me get things cleaned up and make sure that everything's good moving forward, which was amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to share that quick story because a lot of times things don't click for you until the future, I find anyways.
Every accountant, there's no such thing as a great accountant. The accountant should get you all the tax back that you're entitled to by law. There's inferior accountants. So I'd say about 70% actually get everything back you're entitled to. But going beyond that, there's 30% that do it from home. They don't stay up to date with tax codes or software, etc. They're using net file software illegally. Lots of things like that. But for the most part, most accountants do a great job. But the difference with us is we have a financial planning side as well. So once you start growing your wealth, once your income starts, rising, which is what it's supposed to do if you're an entrepreneur, is we'll keep an eye on things and let you know when it's time to incorporate, when it's time to not be incorporated anymore. But when you incorporate, ways of getting your money out of your corporation tax-free, that's some of the strategies that Jesse works on using the life insurance, tax saving strategy inside corporations. Lots of little things like that we do above and beyond what a regular accountant can do just because we have the financial planning licenses. So the hack of the week. I'm always anxious to see these because then I say, we got to try this one.
Hack of the week. This week, it's going to be a little bit of a sales hack. I guess it works for marketing too. The hack of the week is find the right balance between being egotistical and being practical. There was a different one that I had, but it's kind of like submissive or nice, or, you know, just too easygoing. People walk all over you. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for here.
Lackadaisical?
Sure, we'll go with that. But anyways, there's a perfect balance that you need to find. If you're too easygoing and you let people walk all over you, obviously that's not a good thing, and people will take advantage of you. If you're too egotistical, then people won't want to talk to you because they'll just think, oh, this person's too egotistical. So when it comes to being an affiliate, representing yourself, representing your brand, and showing up on social media, in conversations, try to find the right balance, because you do need a little bit of ego to get the job done and complete the transaction. But you also need to be a little bit sympathetic and understand that, you know, these are people that you're dealing with, and you know, you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing for the right people. So that would be my marketing hack for the day, is find that balance. When you do, everything seems to fall into place.
Yeah, it's being genuine. You know, your social media posts have to reflect who you are. You see guys on there flashing images of them and, you know, standing at the entrance to these resorts when they're not even staying there, and, you know, flashy cars at, you know, the dealership cropping the shot, so, you know, it looks like it's their car. You know, they don't show you the 5 photos after, or the film reel 20 seconds after when the owner's chasing them off the car lot.
Those videos are funny when I do come across them, though.
Yeah, you see some that, and some do it on purpose. But I love that, Jesse. You know, it's being real, it's being, you know, down to earth, being able to relate with the type of clients you want. Sometimes you got to raise it to that level, be a little bit hard and firm, but, you know, no ego, etc. Remember, empathy. They're not a client until the money's in the bank.
Empathy is the word I was looking for.
There you go. That's what Chris Voss says in his book, Never Split the Difference. Tactical empathy.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody gives you a rebuttal about the price. Oh, that price is way too high. You say, hey, I understand how you feel. You know, I felt the same way when I got that price. The feel felt found. But what I found was 6 months after, clients found that they, you know, recouped their money and more.
Yeah.
So is that the only thing holding you back today from moving forward with the deal?
One of the best sales tactics I ever learned was build 10 times the value. So if you're selling a $10,000 product, you need to build $100,000 worth of value. And one of the ways to do that is with the product that I was promoting at the time, it was helping people learn affiliate marketing course, essentially. And what we would do is we would say, you know, as soon as that price objection came up where people just didn't like the price, or, you know, they would start to say, oh, you know, let me think about it, stuff like that. What we would say is, okay, that's perfectly fine. You know, you need to do your due diligence, think about it, do what you need to do. But let me ask you a question. What's it worth to you to get this done, or to do this? What could it be worth to you? What's your goals? And if they say, you know, $50,000 a year, for example, is what they want to generate with their new business, then you say, okay, so 2 years from now, that would be $100,000, right? $50,000 a year times 2. So this is no longer a $10,000 decision that you're making. This is a $100,000 over the next 2 year decision. And then that just makes people think a little bit, right? Because you built the value.
I like that simple math. You know,
Yeah.
You just divide it or multiply it or move the decimal spot over. That is great. Let's see. Any questions in the chat area? No comments yet from our moderators. So tax tip of the week, RSP contributions may be made directly from a TFSA account. Are you maximizing your tax savings? So I mentioned earlier in the webinar today that you can take, as a self-employed person, you know, 10 to 20% of your gross income and put it into a tax-free savings account. Then at the beginning of January, we calculate how much tax you're going to owe, and we can pull that enough out of the TFSA to put into an RSP to minimize the amount of tax you have to pay, leave the balance inside the TFSA, or we then start looking at a corporate-owned life insurance policy if you have a corporation. We have many videos on the YouTube channel about the life insurance strategy, tax saving strategy, utilizing corporate-owned life insurance. It's a way to get your retained earnings, lifetime of the corporation, out tax-free, saving you potentially over the lifetime of your business, hundreds, maybe millions, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars, being able to pull that out tax-free through a corporate-owned life insurance strategy. So reach out to Jesse or myself if you're looking for more info on that. But the tax-free savings account is a great place as a sole proprietor to stow away 20%. I'm going to say 20, go out on a limb and, bump it up a bit because it gives you more cushion at the end of the year into your tax-free savings account. So events like this, we're into the fall season now, and we have a couple webinars, one-off webinars series that we're going to be doing. One is the 5 circles of financial planning, debt and tax, and then we talk about insurance, number 2, living benefits, number 3, your retirement plan, number 4, and then estate planning, number 5. So the 5 stages of financial planning, we do it in what we call the 5 circles of financial planning. We'll drop some emails out to everybody in the week or so to come with the dates that those are going to be on. You'll see Jesse on there as well. We'll see some of the product providers from the big insurance companies, some of the biggest fund companies in the world. We've had Jonathan from Fidelity. They manage half the U.S. Pension funds. They're one of the big 3 in Canada. So a lot of great outside advisors we're going to bring in to drop some bombs and some great financial planning strategies on those 5 circles. We're also going to have the 5 things that you need to know about buying a life insurance policy. Is that what we called it?
The 5 secrets. The 5 secrets you. What did we call it?
You'll find out. Well, it'll come out in the email.
Yeah, that's a secret.
Subject to change without notice. Yeah, the 5 secrets you need to know about buying a life insurance policy. Not so you don't get screwed, so to speak, but just you want to make sure you go into buying a life insurance policy properly. You don't want to get to the end of the policy and find out you've overpaid or paid for too much insurance. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but you want to be able to enjoy it as well while you're living. And one of those secrets is how you can structure the policy so you can take advantage of it while you're alive. So you'll have to tune into those 2 webinar series that we have coming up. And Q&A, we get to the same spot every week with Q&A and no questions today. So I guess everybody knows everything they need to know about financial planning and affiliate marketing.
I mean, that just tells me that we did our job.
Yeah, I like it. But sometimes some people have some input, some things they can add on or share with the community. We always love feedback. So what do we have coming up, Jess? What any affiliate hacks you have in the upcoming weeks? 35 to 40 before we get into our fall series?
Well, if I told you those now, then I couldn't tell you those in the coming weeks.
Well, maybe just allude to them, or you got international rules. You got to sign up for next week's webinar and come on and listen to us go through it. At a minimum, I know we have a guest for next week. He's in the affiliate marketing world. He's also running a small agency, trying to get one going. So hopefully we can get him on next week. I won't say the name in case he hasn't confirmed yet, but reached out to him to reach out to his community as well, because he has an agency and he talks to a lot of people in the affiliate marketing world. We are looking for guests to come on to share their experience, to give their feedback and to share with our community. So if you know somebody, reach out to us, Jesse or myself or one of our team, and let us know if you have an idea for somebody to come on. A fellow accountant, fellow financial planner, somebody in the affiliate world, it's all related.
Mm-hmm. One thing I can tell you is I'm excited for this 5 circles of financial planning.
Yeah, we did it last fall as well, and it was one of our biggest turnouts on the webinars, and people got a lot of value. We had a lot of people sign up for the 10-year tax review because they're tuning in more for the tax and planning component, and they realize, hearing some of the tips and some of the secrets that we give on there, they realize that they've actually missed something. So they can either go back and try and refile themselves or reach out to us, and we'll give you an estimate on what it'll cost to get it done. A lot of times it doesn't cost too much to get something fixed, but it means big bucks in your pocket.
And it's a write-off.
There you go, 100% tax deductible. And if it's not, then we make sure you get signed up for the affiliate program, and then it is a tax deductible expense.
I can tell you one more quick story.
Go for it.
So another one of my mentors that I didn't realize was one of my mentors at the time was one of my friend's dads. He owned a small company where they did mechanics and millwrighting and just different, blue collar type stuff. And one time I remember it was a 2003 Chevy truck. And that's what he drove around all the time, to go do his quotes, to do his jobs, to, go for supper, whatever, right? That was his truck. And one day he goes out and he buys a brand new 2004 or 5, exact same truck. And I just remember sitting there kind of like on the sidelines, being a young kid. I think I was 14, 15 at the time. And just wondering, like, why does he need another truck? It's the exact same truck that he already has. Like, why does he need this? And so I asked him one day, I was like, well, like, why did you buy another one? Are you, planning on getting rid of the old one? He's like, no, that's like the old one is the one that I use. This one's just going to sit in the shop and not really do anything. It's a spare. And I was like, that seems like an expensive spare truck to have. But anyways, he ended up talking to me a little bit and he said, well, it was a write-off. And at the time I was like, oh, I don't know what that means. And he said, well, essentially what it boils down to is I could have given, $50,000 to the government, or I go buy myself a new truck and use that money as a write-off so I don't have to pay as much taxes. And that was one thing that kind of stuck with me for the rest, ever since then, because I was like, oh, that's, kind of how it works, I guess.
It's awesome. Basic business principles 101. But, one of the things that some accountants do to their clients at the end of the year is say, hey, go out and spend more money. And then people go out and borrow money to buy stuff that they don't need. There's ways of maximizing your expenditures, different strategies. And, if you're looking for ideas on that, you're thinking of making a big purchase. We just had one of our team reach out to me yesterday, setting up a call with a potential client. They have a commercial property owned inside their corporation, and they refinanced it because it's a clear title. So they remortgaged it and got a whack of cash, a couple $100,000 that they're going to pull out of the company to buy a piece of property, rental real estate, residential rental real estate. And I said, why would they do that? They're going to pay a whack of tax when they, pull that money out of the company. And then, our team member said, well, should they own it in the company? Should they own it outside? I said, just message them back, ask them if it's worthwhile getting a second opinion. Because if they owned an insurance policy, they could borrow the money they could dump the money into their insurance policy, borrow the money with an IFA, initial finance agreement, borrow the money, have their own money tax deductible, and not have to go to the bank, and don't pay the taxes on it. So they get, three wins.
And
one strategy.
And they have the insurance policy, so if something happens.
Yeah, that's the bonus. I forgot to mention the bonus number 4. Yeah. So they have that insurance policy. I never really think of most of the strategies we use insurance for. I never think of it as, to use if somebody dies. It's always used as a strategy for when the policy owner is living. That's our number one use of insurance, life insurance, as a tax saving strategy.
And that's what I love about this strategy, because before I fully understood the tax strategy and I was selling insurance for a different company, a lot of the people that I would meet with, they would say things along the lines of, well, why should I pay for insurance when I'm not ever going to be able to use it?
Exactly.
It's just an expense for me. And then when I die, other people get it. And
well, it's not even an expense if you own it personally, because if you own it personally, you can't write it off. But if you own it corporately, there's ways of structuring it so that it is a tax deduction. So there's a number 5, bonus tip number 5. We're going to add those. We're going to add those 2 to the end of the series, because we're currently filming.
Yeah, no, I that's why I love this this corporate strategy for tax saving, because there is a benefit for you while you're living, as well as your family when the unfortunate happens.
So there's the main email. There's the main phone number. If you want to reach out to Jesse, just give the number a call. Say, hey, I'd love to hook up with Jesse. I'm in Alberta or Eastern Canada. If you're in BC, ask for yours truly, Rob, or one of our other associates, Vivian, Quinton, Hannah, Michelle, Alan, Alicia, Matthew. Yeah, the team's growing. So, if you're in BC, but Jesse's your guy for Alberta and East. If you're watching this on the replay, those numbers should still exist. Reach out. It's worth a phone call, and then we'll get you connected with Jesse or myself or one of the team. I guess that's it for another successful week.
Yep.
So happy tax savings for the rest of the week, and I'll let you finish it off this week, Jess, before we cue up the Mr. Tax's money jingle.
Sounds good. Week 34, it's a wrap. August, it's a wrap. We're getting back into routine. I don't know about anyone watching, but my kids are back in school. Routines are starting again, which I'm actually really excited about, because after being in Mexico for 4 or 5 months and then coming home and just getting into a routine again, and then summer starting and routine just went out the window. I'm actually looking forward to September being in a routine and getting some serious work done and growing some businesses. So we'll see you all next week. Week 35 next week.